yo, what up, what up? We in the building. It's SR Broadcast, you know what I mean? One of your co-hosts, Six Deuce in the building. I want to thank all the supporters, everybody that's tapped in, everybody tapping in. Thank you for all the people that have done interviews with us and that will be doing interviews with us. Today, we are here to do a live interview with Exotic D. I want you
Yo,
guys to know, show some love, support, and you guys do me a favor, go check him out. He's out of El Paso, Texas. But go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy. Tell them where you're from, tell what kind of music you do, man, and just start off, give them basic information on who
yeah, hell yeah.
Exotic
So
D is.
I appreciate everybody watching right now. Anybody, we shout out SR for trying to bring a new movement. That's what we need underground community, because nobody really care about us if we really being for real, because they don't see the work we put in. But my artist name's Exotic D, and I'm out here in El Paso, like you said. And honestly, I'm here to rep my city, but more rep my people. I mean, I fuck with my city. It's where I grew up in. It's where I'm from. But at the same time, my people, the ones who have my back, they're the ones who really gonna ride for me. Not everybody in my city really fuck with me, really care
Yeah.
about me. And I don't want two-faced people, because once I make it and the people I'm with make it, they gonna want to eat off me like some leeches. But at the same time, I'm trying to bring a message. I'm not your ordinary rapper and shit.
Hmm.
I don't just rap. I can sing, I can rap. I've been thinking I'm trying to make a country album, and
No, yeah.
and a lot of people, like, they don't like you using their styles if you're not really like country songs. I'm not really from the country. Like, I'm in Texas, but I'm in a bigger city. But at the same time, I can still take a flow and just experiment with it. Like, I'm not gonna take that sound. But what I am gonna do is I like making music for fun, and any underground or any artist in general is gonna say the only way to really like your music is to have fun with it. As simple as
No,
that.
yeah. All right, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Brandon Ochoa. Thank you for tapping in. I want to say thank you to all my other co-hosts. A big shout out to One Underground TV, our partnership. Shout out to Cali Hood Media. Y'all go check them out. Go show them some love. Shout Spill Records, the label. You know what I'm saying? My whole team over there. But yeah, man, I think like no matter what city you're from or what kind of music you do, like exactly that. If you understand, this is the thing with music, it's so diverse, but at the same time, so close minded. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard being an artist, the true artist that is, because you can do one type of music and get put in a box. You experiment, you all of a sudden get looked at weird, but that's what people understand. Stop putting people in boxes. It's okay to be known for a type of rap. It's like saying a construction worker. Shout out swinging Chile, was good. Point is like you can do all sorts of things. There's not no one construction worker I've met that has been like, oh well, I can do insulation, I can do a foundation, I can do concrete work. He might be really good at concrete work, but that doesn't mean he's only a concrete worker. You know what I'm saying? What if his
Yeah,
literal
yeah.
job title is supervisor and you don't know it, but you always see him right there with the guys, and you're like, oh, but so that's what I'm saying is that you can be in one industry and have multiple skills. So I think that's where people need to open their mind up, because this is where I'm at in the middle. I always say, shout J. Cole, one of my favorite rappers. That's why I felt that verse. And I'm not saying I'm big, bro. I'm little bro, nobody. I'm not trying to act like I'm some OG, bro. I'm only 24. But I am at that age where I'm right in the middle. I'm older, bro, to some and young to the others. And it doesn't really matter who, because not about that's really to understand. Not about age and skill. It's about how you conduct yourself and just being a true, genuine artist, bro. Because I know people with skill and they're pieces of I know people that are young, they got skill. I know people that are old, whatever it be. It doesn't really matter. What I'm saying, what matters is exactly that. Like, don't confine yourself to one spot in hip hop. Don't confine yourself to one area of music, and don't be afraid to explore. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some genres people shouldn't touch if it's not for them. I mean, maybe that's just me. I'm not one to say that, but nobody's nobody. Because the same way me, I'm like, you can figure that out yourself, get better, because practice always makes perfect. So I'm not saying, oh, if you're not good at it, don't do it. Because that'd be like saying, oh, I wasn't good at cooking and now I got better and I am. What I'm saying is, if I make a track, good or not, I think, that genre ain't for me. That'd be for me to decide, not nobody else, But that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking at. Like anything you do, like with you, right? Me as an artist, because that's why I say I can understand people because I'm right in that generation in between to understand the older and younger. But at the same time, I'm an artist myself, so I do understand the sacrifices and etc. and what goes down and what we don't, and how blackballed we get in certain areas, and how people hate or don't like you. That's what I also want to put out. Music, people need to stop taking a lot of things personal. This is what I'm gonna put out there. Sometimes people will confuse, like I had to learn that. They'll confuse who's really there for you versus for who's not. And then they'll confuse people hating on you or you hating on them for you just being specific or wanting to do your own thing. Because I need people to understand, like, it's a cutthroat industry. Of course, nobody wants fake. Of course, people want common respect for a human, but it's cutthroat. You're
Yeah.
genuine. You want genuine artists. That's where you find that circle to find those, because they're not genuine people all in the industry, let alone the world. So we also can't take things personal. Like, okay, I have homies, they help me out, they show love. It ain't about money, but I don't expect handouts. I don't get mad if they can't do something for me. If an artist can't work with me right away, because let's be honest, it's like anything. It's like, okay, a job you want. You could be the best at what you do, but a label might be like, hey, bro, I need to see more work. Not enough music videos, not enough that. And you could be like, oh, bro, y'all don't mess with me. It's not that they don't mess with you, bro. Just I learned that because I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody told me some hard stuff. I used to be like, man, I hate that they give these fools this shine and that. Not because I'm a hater, but the wrong fools get the shine. And I don't want the shine because I'm not the fools like, oh, it should be me. Nah, I don't care for that. But what I will do is there's a lot of fools that got more fame than they do skill. You know what I'm saying? They got more trend than they do actual work. But at the same time, somebody told me the realest stuff ever. Well, if you're mad, then do something about it and make more songs, make music, do something, show your work. How you gonna get mad? Just put in the work. And it was like, damn. I know you think, oh, that's common sense, but that's the truth. Instead of saying what it should be like, we gotta make the change. We gotta help other artists go independent. Because I'm trying to. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
When we help other artists go independent, and help other artists share their skills, but at the same time understand that, like, okay, I love my homies. There's nothing personal. Some songs my brother could get on, and some songs I could get on. Some songs he can, but I've never left the studio like they should have left me on that song, bro, or oh, I should have been on this project. No, bro, you gotta understand that's music. The point of every song is it's sadly not always about who you want on it. Sometimes it's about what makes it the best song. Sometimes it's what makes your project the best project. Like my boy, shout out who the is Mike. But let's say one day I might have to work with another engineer. He's not going to trip. He works with a gang of artists. It's business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to put out there is that we got to put our pride to the side a lot as artists. We got to be very understanding. We got to help other people out and not hate on them for trying to come up, because I see a lot of that. And then people tear each other down when I'm going to say a secret that's not much of a secret. There's a lot of wars and beefs that could be handled over 5-minute conversations.
That's true.
You know?
People like to, what's it called? People like to put their pride, like you say, they don't put it to the side. It's like you got to see the moral aspect on the situation. You got to see if it's worth it. And those people down the line can bring you good money. They can actually help you. That's why there's a lot of rappers, especially in El Paso, they just be beefing with each other. There's no real love. Everything's fake love or no love. Like they don't know how to keep it real. And these people down the line, they can really get you. They can get you to good places. They can teach you the good stuff you need to know. But they let their pride get to their head. They think that there can't be two number ones. There always got to be one. But at the same time, we all the same people. We all humans. We all the same species. Other animals, like there's a lion and a cat. They might look the same, but they're not the same. But they're two different species if you really look at it. But
No, yeah.
for humans, you only have humans in this that. Me and you are no different. We might have been through different situations. We have our different. We've been through our different ways of life. But at the same time, we bleed the same, we think the same, and we feel the same. So they don't understand that we can all win together. It ain't me or you. It's eat we can all eat on the same table with different plates. That's what they don't understand.
Now, yeah, there's a lot of that out there. And real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you. Shout out YNC Fame. My bad. I didn't know that, it was you. I just shout out as they go. And I want to answer two questions before we continue getting more information on you. So shout out Lingori. Shout out Di. Di said, how much for features? Six deuce. I charge $50 for features. Really, my management charges 100. But if you get at me and I see you're genuine, I'll do it for 50. No, I don't think I'm all that in this. I know fools that charge way more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very reasonable. Y'all want to get at me. I'm not too much sure about Exotic D, what he charges. I'll let him tell that right now. But what I do want to say is somebody asked a question. They said, in a rap battle, Eminem or King Los, and I hate to say it, and I don't care what nobody says, Eminem. And we're talking lyrical, and is what it is. SPM. I know a lot of people are gonna go with this back and forth, what he did or didn't do, but sorry, bro. After so many, just so long, and things coming out more and more and more and more and more, at a point it's a lie and accusing, and it's a point where it's like, look, my boy, you've even said it in some of your songs without saying it. So he's a great artist. I'd say I don't care what people say about SPM. He's a great artist. But as a person, I can never do business with him. Same way R. Kelly, he may be a widow, but I bet you guys still bump R. Kelly. Doesn't mean you agree with what he did. You're just like, hey, he's a dope artist. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? He's been around for years. You can't change that. I'm sorry. But that's different. But Eminem, if you don't understand, like they don't give him his flowers and not all picking sides, he's a lyricist. He's a lyricist. Which way you go around it, just because you don't like his songs or his albums, don't mean that he can't out rap a lot of people. So we're talking punchlines. We're talking making sense. We're not talking about trendy. We're not talking about sounding cool and cadence. But that's what I got to say on that. And if you want to say how much you charge for a feature, go ahead. I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Corey.
Hell yeah, but for my feature prices, I don't charge nothing. I don't charge no feature prices because I do the music. I do music for my love. And at the end of the day, the money's gonna come somewhere, sometime. And right now, I'm at a level where I shouldn't be charging. Like, yeah, I could charge. It is my art. It is my craft. But at the same time, me and you are in the same position. Me charging you 50, 100, that would be just bogus because we still gonna get the same views. We need not a lot of people network with artists. They want to charge 500 for a feature and they barely get 1,000. 1,000 streams a month. It's like you gotta think more simpler. You gotta think more in the future, but same time in the past. It don't make sense, but it do.
Nah, yeah, like all right, for example, is to make it clear on what I charge and how I charge. So reason behind charging is like, okay, at the point I'm at in my career, I could have charged a long time ago, and it's never about money for me. For anybody that knows I do music, bro, I've done so much free work that I've gotten told by my management, you're fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about that for me, Exactly. The love of the music, but people don't understand it's like a business. As much as the store wants to help people, the produce isn't free, the soda isn't free, the chips aren't free, So I can maybe look out here and there, look out, because I don't look for the music. Anybody that has ever came at me has known I've never even brought up a price, and I've let them bring it up, and I probably only ever charged one person successfully, and it's not because I couldn't, but because I can only tell my management I'm doing it for free so many times before, like, what's the point of me being your management? You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you have a certain team or a network, it works like that, But when you are like me, even though I have that, I still try to do my best to look out. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times my manager team is like, hey, bro, like, we're not charging to be a a-hole because realistically we use it for studio time. I'm not that dude that's just like, oh, do it so I can go buy some tree and go some beer. Nah, like it's gonna go right back into the craft. So, even though it may seem like that, I'm the fool that even does the favor because mixing ain't free. So, like, I go out of my own pocket. People don't realize when it comes to features with them, and not that that matters because a lot of people I work with have their own network. But I do a lot of stuff like that. Like, okay, like I'll have to with my management, I'll charge this, but don't trip on the rest. Like, don't trip about mixing. Don't worry, because I don't mind investing in artists. So it may sound crazier than it sounds. Like, oh, this was charging, but really, it's just I encourage everybody not to exactly charge. But we all at the end of the day, it's not that we're trying to get paid, but it's a business. It's a business, you know. Of course,
Yeah.
the network with people the same way. Look, don't get me wrong. Shout out is Mike, bro. He's mixed a lot of stuff for free. He hasn't charged me for beats, and I'm not saying that because I paid a lot. That's him showing his love back. Vice versa, it's respect. But what I'm getting at is we don't ask Gucci and Louis for a discount, so we shouldn't expect it from people we're working with either. But at the same time, you don't charge everybody. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I mean? It's not about the money if you really are an artist. So that's what I want to make clear about me and any artist. Like, you got to know the difference. Like, it's okay to charge, but don't be those fools only make it about the money, because that's when, no offense, I don't care how good you are, you become unauthentic. You know what I'm saying? But like on my boy, as much as he would mix my stuff for free, I gotta shoot him that money. As much as he would do my recording for free, I at least gotta cover the studio fee, and he'll help me out, whatever it may be. It's just about paying your way. It's not that you're necessarily charging. It's like even me. I've had features from big people. I'm not gonna say their names. They would have did it for way less. Like, I'm not gonna put this out there, but let's say Yellowhead from LA. He charged me way less than I gave him, but I gave him that extra to show him, like, hey, I'm not these leeches. You know what I mean? And he didn't ask for that extra 100 or two I sent him. You know what I mean? Like, the Cujo the Savage, the song I got coming, he be charging. Ooh, I'm gonna say what he charged me, but it wasn't that. And I thank God, you know. So it just depends, you know, like humble people like that. Cause I could feel the vibe. If a food tries to charge me and he's like just being like that, I can tell he's being diva. I ain't paying that price. I don't care if you're worth it. It ain't even about that. It's not even about ego at that point. But sometimes even you, and I encourage you as an artist, don't feel bad if you charge somebody here and there, because if people can't understand that, so if you don't understand, people need to put their emotions a lot out of music. Because as much as I want to be like, that fool's acting funny, is he? Or is he just doing business? You know what I'm saying? Because I know it sucks to hear because of the stuff I had talked to me. Because don't get me wrong, there was a lot of times I was like, nah, bro, you're tripping. Like, nah, bro. But sadly, it's like that. So the best way to go about it is, unless fools are 100% acting funny, being weird, dissing you, or going out of their way, then you could be like, you know what I'm saying? Then you could be like, oh, then fools are acting weird or acting, you know, weird about it. Because me personally, bro, like, I don't like to charge. It took my management and all my team to be, look, bro, what if you don't like to charge, at least charge something cheap, just something, just so that, like, bro, there's no point of managing you if, like, you know, like, no offense. And I was like, all right, so that's why I stuck with $50. They wanted me doing 100 and up, but I don't care for the money. I don't really care. I don't really want all that. And I feel like realistically, yes, not everybody has $50, but compared to what other food be charging, it's a lot more realistic and achievable to get a feature with me than it is these fools charging you 10 G's, 5 G's, and you'll probably get 3 views off of them. And they're not even going to promote your song for you. They're going to let you be in the background. They're not even going to help you or give you that love. You know what I'm saying? Me,
Yeah.
I show support for free. You know what I mean? So think about it. Me personally, somebody giving me $50 for a feature, I wouldn't think that'd be bad, especially the fact that I'm the type I post to everybody for free. That's who they charge $15 just for a post, because they think, even if they have the numbers, it's the fact that fools will post it and you'll probably get like 4 views. You know, I'm not charging for post, permanent post. Man, if you see some of the prices these fools be charging, which I respect, but I don't do all that. Oh, send your music over, send your stuff over. That's why I'm starting that every Sunday, reviewing people's music, because the truth is, I don't want to charge fools for it.
Real shit.
So that's all it is. Hold on, give me a second. But yeah, long story short. Oh shit, let me get out of here. I know. I'm sorry. I'm leaving. Sorry. I want to look at my daughter. I'm just getting my phone. Sorry, guys. Just want to make sure I have info if I need to go look up anything. But yeah, long story short, bro, just to put it like this. I came a long way as an artist. I don't think I'm better than nobody. That's why I started this broadcast. I don't think I'm better than nobody. That's why I never denied nobody. If I was honest with you, nobody's perfect. You got to give people time to grow, because if I told you guys I've always been humble my whole life, like I said, I'd be lying if I said that that whatever it may be, right? As
Yeah.
far as being young and coming up as an artist, no matter what age you are, older or not, all people have to get time to grow, and everybody has to get an understanding of what they want. Because again, when you think you learn one thing in this industry, you learned a million more. When you thought you knew something, you didn't know the other 50% of it. So it's like you can't always. That's why I say we gotta stop taking a lot of things personal more than it is. Because the truth is, bro, even when you come in this business, you got to understand as an artist to separate emotions from what it really is, because there's a lot of moves made. This is what I say: family, friend, person you work with, unless somebody 100, hey, what's up, Güero Lira, what up, Dive? Unless somebody 100% disrespects you, that's why I said it like that. There's no reason to go out of your way and feel somebody's acting funny or not, because this is what I'm going to say. People are people. Like, for example, I've had people like Kid Amor. He missed the interview, right? Did I assume he didn't want to interview with me? Did I get angry? Nah, because as a human, people got things going on. The only reason why I'm bringing that up is to show a big example of even he can tell the reaction. He probably thought like, oh, but I was like, nah, bro, like we could reschedule. Like, what's the problem? Like, like I got you. Like, don't even worry. The reason being because exactly that. We need to stop as humans, as people, as artists, thinking right off the bat because something happened, somebody's acting funny. We don't know behind that camera. We're not walking around with them every day. So I get it's hard not to take a lot of stuff personal, but if we really sit down and think, you'll be surprised how much the younger me, bro, I was like, I'm not knocking over these music, but I probably wouldn't have reviewed half your guys' music just off of my own ignorance. And you guys got great music. You know what I'm saying? But because I was stuck in a box of mentalities, that's why I say you don't know the people and their journey, what they go through to get where they're at. I could have been very ignorant 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like I get people's stages and where they're coming from. And I can also understand the frustration because I get it. When you're working hard, especially in your city, I'm going to say it like this. In your own city, you're going to get the most hate. Like, it's facts. In your own city, you're going to get the most problems. But I also say there's a lot of problems that could be over with 5-minute conversations. How I know that is because you don't know how many people that if you really sit down and talk to them and you figure it out and you get on like common ground with people, you'll be surprised how much misunderstanding we have with the world or with others or with what people are going through and how they're doing it. So it's like that's what I mean. Like I encourage everybody to look out for other artists. I encourage everybody to be like, hey, you know what? We do got to look out for each other. But also don't take it personal if somebody can't do you a favor. Because there's a difference. If somebody's not doing you a favor because they're trying to blackball you, that's different. Then I would understand if you're like, hey, bro, he's acting weird. Like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, that's a lot of stuff. Like, I'm telling y'all, I don't expect people as humans to not keep game and be like, hey, was acting funny. But I also want us to understand as humans, know when people are acting funny or just, man, let me give it some time. What if that food just was going through something? Or what if that person, because you don't know how
Yeah.
many times I was having a bad day and I didn't mean to blow up or something. Doesn't mean I hated everybody around me or I didn't want to talk to nobody, you know? So I just want to say that because exactly that, like, unfortunately today, that's why we had to reschedule exactly that behavior. Shout out Sicario, it's no problems. At least I don't know how you feel. I hope we still good in terms like we talk, my boy, whatever it may be. And we did an interview, he's out of Las Vegas. He sent one of his peoples over my way, and this dude started disrespecting me. And what's crazy is he disrespected me because I'm sure a lot of us did. A lot of you, and I don't mean to give him fame, might have come across the individual I was posting about accidentally before, because even I did. But once he admitted, I figured out he was a snitch. The people that was around him stopped messing with him. I'm glad I never met him in person, but he probably did. If you guys know what a certain channel is, I don't want to give it its name and fame because that would just only be promoting them. But sadly, they're fraud. And I'm not hating or nothing. And it's ran by a federal snitch. And I have proof. I have videos. I have screenshots. He left the original book he made in prison at the homie's house. And he even admitted to me thinking that we were still going to be cool. I don't accept snitches. I don't accept homos. So whatever he did snitching federally, he got cut off. We didn't want it. He was begging for his book back. Begging and begging because he knew the truth. He thought because he could remake the book, we wouldn't find out and we wouldn't post the real. So when all that happened, the guy, Sicario's friend, Mac offended that I posted about, hey, if you guys support this channel, hey, bro, do not hit up my broadcast. And not because I think I'm all that, but me and my co-host, all of us. See, I know you guys see a lot more of me, but this channel doesn't just belong to me. It's 6 other co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? I just have been more proactive, and somebody has to keep it running. You know? So that's why I tell y'all, like, I may respond a lot or I'm proactive on the page, but that's as far as it goes. You know, like it's ran by one of our page managers, and then we have 6 other co-hosts that have access to it at any moment. So I posted how I felt, and I don't care if it was that specific person, and they disrespected, then they had to mess up my StreamYard, then all these things happen. But point is, that's what I mean. It's hard being in this game, whether it's the podcasting game, entertainment game, the rap game, because you can't reveal the real without getting hated on, but people will support the fake.
I mean, it's the hard truth though. At the same time.
No, yeah. If you want, bro, go ahead. You know, tell them about your music. I don't want to get you this time to focus on negative or nothing, man. Go ahead, bro. Shout yourself out. Music projects you got coming. Tell them about your journey as an artist. The reason why I say that is because if you guys got anything on your chest, anything to say, music, things to shout out, your homies, your friends, your family, you can start off with it, finish off with it. But if right now, like I said, man, just tell them a little bit more about yourself. I know you told them where you come from, some music, your name. But like I said, try to get more into depth. Like, tell them about who Exotic. You know what I mean?
I bet. So I'll start from, honestly, I bet it's the best thing to start from my journey, because you can't you can't know nobody if you don't know the journey. But so I'm really freshly into music. I try to rap when I was little, and this, like, for me, it showed me that you should take your chances and pursue your dreams when you first think of it. Don't let nobody tell you can't, because honestly, I would have been more experienced if I started when I was 10, 11 years old. But after years, shit happens, shit with my mom, my stepdad. Really, that put me in the zone. I didn't really want to do nothing. And then I got into high school. I started doing some bad shit. I wasn't going to school. I was doing more drugs. I ain't have nothing to do until there was a certain point where, people. That was my freshman year. This is when I first started learning about, fake people. And then that started. First, I just started putting my pain and my thoughts, stuff I can't speak out to the world. I started writing down in music. And at first, I started rapping. I showed my homies. My homies were the first people. Most of my music, it revolves around my homies. Like, without them, I would not be doing this. Without my family, without the people on my side, I wouldn't be making music. But yeah, so I went months just doing jack shit, not going to school. I pretty much messed up my whole life. Right now, I got back on track, went back to school. But
Mm-hmm.
music honestly saved me personally, my mental health. But I started making music, and I was around, in my freshman year, I was around 14, 15. And I wrote one song. I recorded it at my homie's crib with some
Mm-hmm.
old old ass, I think it was Xbox headphones or PS4 headphones, like the Turtle Beaches.
Yeah, yeah,
And then at this time, I think BandLab just started, like, popping up. Like, people were barely starting to get on the BandLab wave.
yeah.
But I used this thing. I don't know. Have you heard of Soundtrap?
No, I have not. I remember something. I forgot what it was, and it was like a really good app too. And then out of nowhere, it just stopped working. It was called Rap something. It was
Oh, I
called
know what you're talking
Rap.
about. I used to
You
see
know what I'm
that.
talking about? And it just
I know.
stopped working out of nowhere, and it just got all glitch. You couldn't sign in. It was just weird, bro. I had some dope songs on there, bro, like some good ones, bro, and just. Bro, I feel so bad that I don't
Bro.
know. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it was popping for a while. It was called Rap something. You had a guy with a mic like this,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
out
I
of
know
nowhere,
exactly.
you couldn't use it no more. It was glitching. It was just all bad.
It's like it was BandLab before BandLab.
Yeah, there we go. It was
That's
the
really
Band Lab before Band Lab, bro, and it was
that's really what it
actually it,
was.
bro. It was around the SoundCloud era. So I know what you mean, bro, because that's how I started. That's how I started. Like, I'm only 24, bro. Like, that's why I say I understand. Like, this is what I laugh at every time. It's crazy how half the time I hope I don't really look like, no offense to people when older look that old, because all the time, bro, that's the first insult when fools try to diss me, like, hey, you're old. I was like, bro, I'm 24, bro. I'm 20 fucking 4. I just turned 24. Like, what the fuck? Like, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get you. Like, now I'm not calling anybody old because people say you get old when you hit 30, but I hope people know that's when your life barely begins. But I'd understand if I was like in my 30s, 40s, then call me an older head. But what the fuck? I'm barely like 24, but I still got some youth in me, my boy. Damn. You know what I'm saying?
Life barely. I mean, life barely starts at like 21 for real.
You know, so like, point is that I just want every artist to understand that I know it ain't easy because that's what this podcast, if you don't understand about, is that that's why I have all my team with me, is that we can all share different things. Like, okay, I always say it. Our co-host Trips ODG, he runs. He said, he said I'm 31. That'll make you old, my boy. But point is that at the end of the day, bro, like, okay, like this, with everything I got going on, like, I don't really got time to branch out and do a bunch of stuff, even though it's part of the game, but I do it because it's necessary. You can't expect to grow if you don't look out for people. You can't expect to grow if you're not trying to do more than you already are. Saying it's not possible is the first mistake, because I get everybody don't have the same resources to get it the same as other people, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. This just because they'll take a full and they'll take you 10 doesn't mean it ain't possible. You didn't want it bad enough, you
Yeah.
know. So I always say the first step, the hardest, the second hardest step is staying consistent. And I get as artists, we want everything now. We want everything done. This, that, we expect it all.
Yeah,
And
you
not
gotta
all
be
of us,
patient.
yeah, you know, not necessarily that we expect it, but it's just like of course, you hear the song, you want that music video already. You hear the music video, you want this to happen already. You already want to hit the studio, and you write a song, you already want to start rapping it. So like, I get it, you know, it's not an easy process, especially when a lot of us got ourselves or the team we got to help us out, and some of us even then lucky to have the people we have. All I tell people is just be yourself and don't focus on others. That's the thing. If everybody focuses on just being the best themselves, there's no such thing. That's what people understand. Get out their head. There's no such thing as the best anywhere. People need to start with I'm the best. Bro. You're the best at what you do.
Yeah, and
You
what
know what
you
I'm
good
saying?
at,
You're the
somebody
best.
else is bad at. But what you bad at, somebody else is amazing at. So we all have different skills, and
Yeah.
it's
Everybody
it's all
plays their
different.
part, bro. I said the other day when I was talking to Boozy, like a car, are the wheels any less important than your motor? No,
It's
right?
like
Because if you ain't got no wheels, where you going?
nowhere.
Nowhere, but this is what people like to do in teams, sadly, and in the industry. You're the wheels, fool. You're not that important. I'm the motor, so I'll make the car run. Boy, my boy, I'm the wheels, dog. I'm the one that gets the car moving. Then you got the gas talking about, hold my beer, my boy. I'm the one that has both y'all running. You know what I'm saying? But instead of going, no, we make this car run together. And because of us, this car can move. That's where people mess up.
It's
That's where
like
people mess up, trying to undermine people and not giving people their value, because it's okay, bro. Everybody has to play their part. If your homie makes it first, clap for him. If your boy's on stage, clap for him. Don't get mad on who should be on stage, bro. Just work harder because it's gonna be your turn eventually. That's what a lot of dudes don't understand, is that I get it. We all want opportunities and we see our boys, but it's like that's the first mistake again. Too worried about what another man is doing instead of just being happy for the other person and just focus on your accomplishments. And just because you didn't do something yet, bro, work towards it. I didn't get mad when I see my homies shooting their music videos. I just did my own. Sadly, I shot my first two music videos with a funny character that's no good. And you know what I mean? Sadly, and who knows if I'll even get those music videos, but you know what it taught me? It's part of the game, and just to do your own music videos. And now I'm buying my own camera. I already got it on the way, and I'm not gonna ask no other dude to do my thing anymore. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
instead of getting mad at fools, just sometimes we gotta look at it like this. Good and bad things sometimes happen to force you to do better. But instead of looking at what bad happened, just look at the positive of, well, dang, at least I could do this now. You
yeah,
know, so it's like that's what I want to say for you guys and people, so that you guys understand that it's not always about us, because it's not, bro. Like, you don't know how many times I've looked out for somebody or I've done something, and you're not supposed to expect nothing back. Sometimes not everybody's gonna say thank you. That doesn't mean everybody's ungrateful. Yes, it is what it is, bro. Like, that's why we're in this for ourselves. That's why we're in it for the team, because you're not supposed to expect nothing. You're not supposed to expect nothing other than you being the best you, so I could be the best me, so we could be the best us. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You
And
know
at
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
time, you shouldn't strive to be better than nobody but yourself. Because at the end
Exactly.
of you gonna die with yourself. Like it sounds like fucked up and on some deep shit. But at the end of the day, we all die alone. Like a lot of people, that's a lot of things with people nowadays, especially like young generations like me. I mean, I'm not being no hypocrite, like, but on myself, I feel like I'm different. But we're not gonna get into that. But it's I see people in my generation chasing love more than they're chasing money, or
Exactly.
they rather chase love and not find real happiness. They think love is the true happiness, but at the same time, you ain't gonna die with your lover. You ain't gonna die with nothing but yourself. Same thing with money. That's why it's good to have an ambition for money to live, but don't make money the only thing. Make sure you have a life outside of just work, a life outside of just music. Obviously, if music, you're not gonna blow up doing nothing, but you can't put 100% on your music because you still need to focus on your well-being because you can't make good music if you not in the right headspace. You're gonna have a female, she just gonna be all in your head, and you're not gonna be at that full mind like, oh, I want to make this song because oh, you worried about this female, she broke your heart, or she did this and that. But that's just a loose option. That's nobody that's gonna help you in your future.
Now,
That's
yeah,
how I
like
think of it.
now, yeah, like I agree with you because okay, I see that a lot now. That's what a lot of people. That's exactly what I said too, like a while back, which is crazy. Is that this generation not only? I just talking about our generation because we need to stop. When people say this generation, I'm not talking the people coming up. We got to look at her every day. Anybody that is physically alive right now is part of our generation. You know what I mean? Just because it wasn't from our direct one, like all the people that are same age. No, if you are alive right now, we are in the same world, same reality. Maybe different terms, maybe different realities in terms of lives, but we are on the same earth. Like you were like in lesser words, kind of like in the same way what you were saying, but different earlier with people. So it's the same thing with the way we conduct with people in general. Is that like I don't and I stopped this a long time ago. Focus too much exactly on that because you can't expect really to be 100% on anything. And what I mean by that is, okay, I'm a dad, right? As much as I want to 100% be a dad, I gotta make a living. Okay, so to make a living, I still got to put my energy in that. As much as I don't care for money, I still got to make money. I don't prioritize it. That's why I thank God I'm one of those people that don't prioritize money. What I mean by that is we need it to survive, but I've never really tripped to been without it, or I've never really been done anything based for that. Because I know a lot of people make decisions based off of money, which I get it. We do need it. But what I mean, here's the difference is there's people that make decisions only because of the money. You know what I mean? I get we have to make decisions in life in general, but I see too much people when it comes to this industry or the way they spend money or the way they try to do people dirty is people will do their own homie dirty for $1 million. People don't care about opportunity. They'd rather go get that million. They'll
Straight
snake
up.
me out that they knew since way back just because you gave them 50 racks. And what? So that's what I'm trying to say. I kind of said it all jumbled because I'm a little twisty, Labor Day. But that's exactly what I mean is that's why I don't take money to importance because there's really nothing I can do with it but buy food. Yeah, I could buy materials with it.
It's
Okay.
all going. You're not gonna leave with it. It's all material. You can't be too materialistic.
And we don't own nothing on this earth. What I try to tell people is somebody really pointed that out to me, and it's true. When you die, it really, I know everybody knows they don't go with you, but really look at it. We spend our whole lives chasing money and all that. But when you go, what's the first thing that happens? Your family might fight over it. And if you got good family, the bank's gonna want what you got left. Okay, if you didn't got anything, but no matter what, even after death, we're still in debt. Funerals, so that just goes to show that money is a man-made thing all the way from a lot of the things. Okay, money isn't just the only thing man-made. The same way man and we make these self-problemated problems, because a lot of people don't have problems. They just make their own problems. I've
Straight
learned
up
a
like
lot.
that.
That's kind of why I was agreeing with the love part. So many people in the generation are focused on love and the chase of wanting to be famous, and oh, I want to be noticed, and on social media famous. I want notoriety or whatever people are chasing an image, chasing drugs. But if people just stopped for a second and realize what really is so complicated about life, you wake up, you make sure you're healthy, you look out for your loved ones around you, and you just cherish every day. Because that's why I agree with what you said. Not just your loved ones and your lover. Life's life. You're not gonna have every day be a blast. So of course love isn't gonna be a blast every day. You know what I'm saying? Your music career is gonna be a blast every day. So life ain't gonna be a blast every day. So as human, we stop expecting. That's what I meant by expectations earlier. We have too many expectations for people, and not just what they should do, but in the fact of why are we expecting people to act a certain way when life's life? We shouldn't expect out of it. Just be grateful if people look out. Be grateful we have loved ones that are in our circle. Not expect them to be there because they're not expected to do nothing. As much as you look, as much I know it sounds crazy, but as much as your moms love you, she's not expected to be there for you. I know they say, "Oh, it's your mom." You love your mom, but you're not expected to be there for her. What I'm getting at is even though there is a known man-made knowledge, wait, that's your mom. We're supposed to respect her. Real reality, you don't have to. What's holding you? What's holding us right now to be like, I don't gotta look out for nobody. I just worry about myself. Nothing, right? Nothing's holding you back, but the people make a decision. And it's the expectations we have for people that we make. It gets us mad at people when why even have those expectations? Just be grateful if you have somebody that loves you. Be grateful if you got a good friend. Be grateful if the friend, whatever. Don't get mad because the friend forgot your birthday one day. Don't get mad because the person forgot to say hello and share your thing. Don't get mad because one day there was an off day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that is let's not expect too much because we can't even expect much from life either because it's really unexpected. So that's why I say it's really based off a lot of personal feelings and expectations that if people put that away and just realize like it really is simple because I simplified it. I used to stress every day, like, dang man, especially when you're young. I get it, and I'm still young. But when I'm like, wait, I go to work, I make a living, try to start my own business. It's not simple, but just think about it. Make money for my family to survive. And then, of course, if you want to get more complicated after you succeeded, got your family right, then you have the room to be like, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm not saying wait till you have it all together to chase your dream. What I'm saying is don't feel like we have to be anything in life because the truth is life's life. It's not always going to be good. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be nice to you every day. It's really life for a reason. We're fighting every day to live. In the wilderness, do you think animals wake up every day and just have their meal? No, bro. They call tooth, nail, claws, all that to get their next meal. You know? Well, look, we're modern. If we really took it back in daytime, you think they just go to the market? No. If you really look at today's society, we're only the way we are because we're so dependent on our government and our people and the people around us. But if you really look at it, Texas alone is one of those states. They're very independent. That's what I'm getting at is that people make life so complicated when really we make it complicated. And there's a lot of stuff we depend on and expect. But if we just took away those dependents and took away those expectations, we'd realize, dang, I might be tripping a lot more than I think. And life isn't as hard as I really put it. It's not easy, no. But there's a lot of stuff to where we psych ourselves out or put ourselves down or get mad at a person or don't want to mess with a person because we felt some type of way when really in life it's all over the place and we make it way more complicated. Like, you know, I've seen so many friendships, people, or things go wrong all because of an expectation or all because somebody just took it the wrong way. You know, so that's
Yeah.
in this music industry, as long as you're your authentic self and you're not trying to be better than nobody and to be better than yourself than you were yesterday, then you're cool. But you're still gonna get the haters. You're still gonna have problems, no matter how perfect you are. No matter because nobody's perfect at all. But no matter how good you do it, you can be the best person on earth. Don't bother a soul. And look today. You know what I'm saying? My bad. You know I be mumbling. I have those problems, embarrassed, but point is, hey, I ain't tripping. People usually gonna make like, oh,
we
you
all get
know, I sure
we
did.
all got our own we got our
Yeah.
own little but shit, I need to go get a charger real quick, so I'll be back.
Now do your thing. Do your
All right,
thing.
bet.
Here, give me a second. Hey, my bad, y'all. I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but point is, thank you guys for dealing with me today. It's been a long, long ass day. And shout out to all you guys. Shout out Only the Truths. Um, shout out, like I said, YNC, everybody tapping in right now. Juero Lira, Die, who else? Hector Alfonso, Tori, Luna Gori. But yeah, man, thank you guys for all showing love, man. Like all I was pretty much saying is that like I'm just trying to get a lot of people to be on a higher thinking level as far as where we're stuck at, because that's why there's a lot of unnecessary problems and beef, and it can't just be about music. That's why I'm saying all this, because like I created this platform to be positive, to do a lot of different things positive, and I already knew it would come with that. That's why I tell you guys, even this music industry, don't trip. Don't trip if things negative happen. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about people trying to bring you down. Don't worry about people trying to not see you win, because it's part of the game. But the best advice I could give is don't let somebody get you out of character, crash out, or go out of your way to care when really in real reality, bro, that's why I always say you can't be bothered if you're doing your own thing and you don't respond to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys. And I'm not perfect. I'm just chopping it up. You know, like I said, I don't have nothing scripted. Everything is straight tailored. I just come off the head to tell you guys what I'm thinking, feeling. And the reason why I do that is to show you guys I'm not perfect. I'm human. That's why I don't care if I mutter, stumble on here. It's not always the perfect interview, because exactly that, I'm showing you guys raw and real. I'm not showing you fake. I'm not trying to show you pretty edits and fake a life. Bro, I'm human like everybody else. I'm an artist trying to make it like everybody else. And doesn't matter if you're an artist, if you're trying to make it and you're passionate about a specific craft, you deserve 100% to be heard. And that's all I want from this platform, is to help people be heard. And hopefully people can see that, and I can also help people overcome, because I come from a city of hate, Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all of our cities got hate in it, but I literally come from the side to where, sadly, I'm sure it's relatable on other sides. Bro, you do good, you're looked at bad. You know, you try to do better, fools look, they frown upon it. So that's why I stopped caring a long time ago, and that's exactly why SR Broadcast exists. That's why Spilled Records exist. I don't care to beef and have problems with nobody, but I will always 100% call out the fake, call out the weirdos. And I also want people to know, when dealing with SR Broadcast, I said it earlier, please bring positive vibes. I get we all may have our own personal problems offline or with other artists, but I want people to know I don't favoritism nobody on here. I show love to everybody, and I don't get involved in nobody's beefs or problems. So please don't expect me to choose or to be against y'all or with y'all, because I'm with everybody. I show love. You know what I'm saying? I don't bring nobody in my street problems or issues. So I respect that people respect the co-host and us and our platform, keeping it positive, because I'm not perfect. And I am the type of person that I will call out the BS. And that's what sucks, because sometimes when you try calling out the BS, you'll get looked at like you're being negative. You know what I mean? What
My
I was
bad.
just, keeping it going and stuff, talking about something else in the podcast. You can always run it back if you need to later after the interview. But point is, my boy, is that thank you for coming on here. We're not finishing up or nothing unless you want to, but man, just go ahead, man. Give yourself the time, bro, just to get whatever is just on your mind, what you got, projects coming, who you're working with, what your future plans as an artist, and what you're trying to do as an artist, because that's what I feel like we need to do more, is motivate more people to be uh more open as artists. I'm not talking about their life, or like, of course I don't mind y'all telling y'all life stories or what made y'all an artist, but I'm talking more of just like, we see so many people coming up, and yeah, there's support, yeah, there's this and that, but just let the people know, bro, like what you think and what you feel uh that you can bring as an artist that will help other artists and just your goal and what you got coming.
Hell yeah, bet. Alright, well, I'm gonna talk about. I got a song where I'm starting my campaign project. So I have a song dropping. I'm gonna drop it next. I like to do my drops on Fridays and Wednesdays. Those are the, or for me at least, for my algorithm, those are the best for me. But this song is, I'm trying something new. Like you know the song you heard, the one you put on the reel. That
Oh
song,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that honestly, I'm surprised you like that song because that's just a throwaway song. I threw it out because I need music. I feel like it's good to keep people knowing I'm still doing music because right now I'm trying to get my shit straight, but I still want to make my music. But
No, yeah, most definitely.
I'm coming in more with a, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be coming in with the Jersey Shore, and then I don't know if he hit you up, but it's the artist BG Huncho. He was up here in EP, but now he moved down to Florida to go to Full Sail, and that's a audio engineering school. But
YNC Hancho or
oh no, BG Huncho.
maybe boss, maybe because you gotta understand that like if they didn't hit me direct for an interview, because I tell y'all like I've been more interactive on the page, but at the same time, hold on, give me a second. Damn.
Honestly, whoever's in the chat too, I
Now my bad. I
understand.
don't know why my phone's tweaking. My bad. My phone's acting up. But point is not yeah, boss. Maybe because like I said, I may be on here a lot, but for the most part, with artists, I only really respond because my whole team be on here. So maybe I might have missed it. Maybe the page manager seen it. But yeah, you want to talk about him? Tell us a little bit about that.
But yeah, so he honestly, I only trust him, Kid Moore, and then another artist named Schizo Beat to do my vocals. Besides cause I know a little bit on audio engineering and I know how to record myself. But I mean, I'm still in the learning process. I want good quality music out. So I only trust them three. But the reason I mentioned BG Huncho, one, he's on his song, but he really he was the reason I really started like rapping. That's how I met YNC Huncho. That's how I met Boozy. I met all of them through
Okay.
BG. And he really put me onto like I call it the El Paso Underground, cause I mean
Mm-hmm.
it's not a small city, but it's a small city. So all the rappers here, they all know each other. They all have some type of beefs or some type of any. If you an El Paso artist in the chat, you'll probably know you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he put me on everything. I went to a show. It was my second show. I performed with. It was a whole lot of denim down here in El Paso, and
Yeah.
honestly, like my first show I did, it was like right on my birthday. It was like probably my 6th month of rapping. And that only
Yeah.
got like 10, 14 people. So I performed and I killed that shit. Like that didn't scare me. But then when I went to this whole lot of denim show, there's like at least 100 people, maybe a little less, but it was a good amount. And I performed a song and I messed that shit up. Like totally. I didn't even remember my lyrics. And I
Oh,
got
don't worry.
and
I
like
can relate to that after. I'll let you continue.
Like you would expect like damn as an artist, I just forgot my lyrics in front of 100 people. Like this is embarrassing. But that's not how the vibes were when I was coming down. Like I had a couple of person. He was an artist. He was just a regular, just somebody who wanted to watch people perform. And he was like, "Don't worry. I mean, it sounded hard. Like you can hear it because I had it. It was on playback, so
Yeah.
it was playing back. But then that's when BG came up to me. He was like, "Don't stress it. It happens." And I was hearing that song. It's hard. He was hyping me up. He was picking me back up when I fell pretty much. That's why he's one of my
Yeah.
top out of all the artists I know. Like he's probably one of the realest ones I know besides him, Kid Moore. And then and that I like I was mentioning that network chat have a lot of artists in there. Only people I really fuck with or who I think aren't grimy enough to snake out the people I want up there and want to expose to my network. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But so I linked with BG, like we linked a couple times, and then just making music. And then this time I started getting more serious into like melodic music. And like before that, I would just do like regular rap, like just your regular rap, like nothing, no flavor to it for real, just whatever you feel.
Yeah.
And then he introduced me to the melodic side of music. He showed me like it's more like the more layers, like harmonics. He showed me how to make my songs sound more flavored and less plain. And we made this song. It's like I'm telling you, this song was made like 6, 7 months ago. I forgot about it. And then just today, I sent it to a group chat, networking group chat, and I was like, I'm just gonna should I just drop it? And that's when Fame he told me I should do the ad campaign on it. And I wasn't
Nah,
like
yeah,
I can be a little like arrogant. I'm young. I still have that thing, but like something in me was like, cause I haven't really been active with the music, so I'm not dropping stuff. I'm not feeling the energy I used to feel. But now
yeah,
I'm getting my inspiration back, and that's really what is pushing me to do a whole ad campaign. I already have the cover made. Like I'm really gonna try on this whole project, and then after this song, I'm planning to. I'm either thinking an EP or an album, just because the album's been long awaiting. I've been talking about an album for at least a year.
yeah,
But I don't want my album to be just your regular album. Like I want it to have like I want to come in with a bang. I want to show people what I really got. This is gonna be full. I'm gonna make sure every song is studio quality. I'm not gonna half-ass what I really do. I need to put more effort into my work, cause
no, yeah,
I know I'm a talented artist. I know I have more to show than what I use. I've been being just pretty much stupid with my talent recently. But I was in a whole different mindset. Like I was saying, I was stuck. I learned more from being pushed down to the ground. Like I was more focused on getting money at the same time. Now that I have at least some type of money income, I'm not stressing if I'm making a band. I'm seeing people they driving in Hellcats. I'm not tripping because I know at some point my money's gonna be liquid and that's gonna be something I could keep. These people are using. It might not be a rental, but they could be paying down. Like it's not a fully paid car, so that car can be gone instantly. When
mm,
I my first meal, I'm gonna make sure I put it down to stuff I can fully keep. If I buy a house, I'm gonna buy it cash down. If I buy a
mm,
car, I'm gonna buy it cash down. Cause honestly, with a car, only thing I gotta pay would be maybe maintenances, insurance, just to keep it driving. But if let's say I didn't get a house, let's say I just got just a cool 500K, I can get a basic car. I'm not gonna get no Lambo, but I can get a good place. If anything goes to shit, at least I have a place to sleep and I can restart my process of getting bread. It's just the hustler mentality. But for sure, I gotta do an album, and I'm thinking I don't. There's too much heartbreak albums. There's too many. I want to make my own style. Do you know what abstract art is?
no, yeah, abstract art. I know exactly what it is. Which
So
is literally you just sit there, you got random lines, random this, random that, and just abstract art. You know, the abstract of this, abstract of that.
I want to play something with a little abstract music, and really, I'm trying to see how to do that. But abstract music would be the same as abstract art. You have with abstract art, they draw whatever they see in their head, what they see. But when you look at it, it might let's say they're seeing like a whole horse. They're seeing something you totally don't see. That's what they're visioning. But as you can. It's really the viewers can look at that song however they want, however they mean. I want it to be more because I want to connect with my fans. I want to connect with everybody who fuck with my music. Simple as that. Maybe my life experiences are different than yours, but you're gonna feel the same way in my music, the same way you feel in yourself. It's
No,
like
yeah.
hearing what I've been through is like hearing what you've been through at the same time. I want to make it. You can listen to this, and this makes you feel like life ain't really always hard. Life ain't really that bad. I might have rambled a little bit, but
Nah, nah, for you,
it's
bro.
the
You good.
it's
I
the
tell
it's
everybody on here.
the
Yeah, yeah, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all talk, mess up, don't, bro. We're humans. We're not these perfect people on here reading stuff that's getting typed to them like on the news, bro. We're being ourselves, so don't even worry about it. But I do want to relate to two things. First one is don't trip about that because okay, the first time I ever performed, I performed when I was 13. Shout out my homie Jesso, aka Anomaly. He's more of like a lyricist rapper. And this dude is a very good friend of mine, and like, you know, he used to do, I don't know if he still does it, like YouTube, just getting high, and like not like it sounds like I'm putting it way less than what it was. It was like on an educated level, and they would show like cool stuff. It wasn't just your basic, you know. And so he would do that, but he also was an artist, and he had like that same place that let him do that. They were just doing how can I put it? They were pushing shows and underground stuff. And I was 13, bro, and I was always rapping. He gave me the chance, bro, and I freestyled, bro. And I like that. What happened was before that is the specific day I did it was his birthday, and before that he went to a rap battle, like it was an event thing in downtown LA, and then they brought some of the fools from there to there, and then I freestyle with them. I remember some uh like people lyricists, they're just like, hey bro, like if you really hone that craft, bro, like this ain't to toot my horn, like just my experience, you know, like saying how you feel, the people that believe in you will come up to you and like, you know, give you that confidence, because sometimes that's all we need, bro, is just that confidence, but also don't let people take away your confidence just because it don't sound all the best. Like that's what people don't understand. Music's music. Not everything's gonna sound polished and up. But at the same time, you're trying to push this a polished and dope song. Of course, you better have dope cover art. Of course, you better have a good sounding studio quality because you're pushing it as such. But if it's just a project, it's a project you threw out there. Who cares, bro? You put it out there, bro. It's how you felt it needed to get put out at that time, you know. And at the same time, it led up to me too. Like I did another performance, and then Shao Jarrell, A Brando, and my boy Rob, they and shout my boy who the is Mike. That's where I met him at. Shout my boy Art Flows. He's a talented artist too, and so are all they. My boy who the is Mike is an engineer, very talented engineer, and he would always like when I after working with him. But before that, I met him there. He would show me love afterwards, but that's how I met him was because of the show. And I didn't feel like I did my best, bro. I feel like I messed up, bro. Like I didn't. Like I got my first couple of songs that were like all right, but when I got to ones like I liked, was confident about, it was uh like I know what you mean, bro. But like on some 8 Mile, bro. Knees weak, arms are heavy, bro. I didn't even get to eat my mom's spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? That's not what he says, but y'all get what I mean. But point is that that's what you guys got to understand. We're gonna have our off days, so don't trip about that. It builds character. It shit always like that helps us, teaches us. You just got to do a little bit and a bunch of everything to know how to do it, bro. You're not gonna feel confident enough to perform, whether it's in front of 3 people, let alone 1,000, let alone 100. So I just feel like I think it's dope. You didn't let that discourage you. I think anybody that doesn't let things discourage them is dope, because that's what I did. Like straight out, bro. I come from the West Coast. Everybody expects me to sound like either Draco the Ruler or like Snoop or like like nah, bro, that's not like no offense to all my Chicano rappers, but I don't rap like that. You know, I actually got art when it comes to my stuff. I actually have different genres I could rap in. I have multiple songs, let alone like I said, I don't want to make it sound like I'm making it about me, but I got some stuff coming up that way, you know, like it's just out of respect for people, because I don't want people thinking I'm over here trying to use. That's another thing. I appreciate all of y'all. I don't use anybody for clout or fame or for followers. Like I 100% appreciate the involvement. But I got a lot of stuff coming, and with that, it's so diverse. So I feel you, bro. Like don't even feel like you have to care. I know you probably don't, but don't. If fools feel like you have to rap like this or rap like that. They're not artists then, because I've never once told myself I couldn't rap to a beat, and not because I can rap to any beat. Because let's be honest, this is what I also want to put out there. People need to stop with that. Oh, you're not a real artist if you can't rap to any beat. You're a great artist if you can rap to any beat. But that's like saying Britney Spears is a bad singer because she can't do country. Or I don't think she's a no offense singer, or like Beyonce. Let me do a better example. But you got my point. Continue, on and on. All these female artists that are out there, they have different genres for different reasons. The same way Beyonce, me personally, I don't see her doing pop. You know, she probably has pop songs, but I like her, like, you know, to Big Sean made a remix to it. I forgot the name, but it's a dope song. And what I'm getting at is that you don't have to put yourself in one spot, but also don't feel afraid to venture out. But at the same time, just know when just some stuff's not for you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know, like everybody got to know that everybody has their genre, but don't be afraid to play with other genres. That's the difference. That doesn't mean you can't do other genres just because you're not the best at other genres. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's like anything. Leave it to the other people that just do it better and just focus on what you do best. But yes, that is true. Can't nobody tell you, oh, you can't make this music because I feel you're this type of artist. Like says who? Like you like last time I checked, I'm the artist and I got control of my work. So if you want to make like how you said a country album, go for it. Like that's why I don't put myself in one spot because again, people are like, oh, this fool's gonna sound like Draco the Ruler. Oh, this fool's and long live Draco the Ruler. He's really dope if you don't know who he is. One of the most influential people out of the West Coast. Long live Nipsey Hussle. Many artists, but I rap different ways, and I'm able to because I ventured out. I wasn't afraid to say I couldn't do that song. Like I don't do funk, but I like how my homie Flacco PTR he opened up to me to where I'm pretty half decent at it. You know, so I've been doing that more. You know, I've been doing stuff that I usually don't do. So yeah, it's great to expand your knowledge. It's great to expand your skills because, like anything, you have to exercise your skills. You have to. You can't be a better artist at in general if you're not working on the areas you feel like you want to improve.
Yeah, you gotta work out your brain. You gotta work out your mind because it's the same as like if you want muscles. If you want a six pack, you gotta work your body out. And if you want to do a certain thing, like with music, it's a very mental skill. Without having a good thinking process, or what's it called? What would be the best way to word this? If you ain't working and staying committed on one skill, or it can still maybe you can multitask do multiple skills at the same time. But if you say you want to rap, but you ain't really you're not trying to write no songs. You're not trying to freestyle. You're not really trying to do anything a rapper would do. You're not training. You're not gonna be a better rapper by doing nothing. It's as simple as that. You got same like you can't just drop somebody can't enlist to the military and you can expect them to defend your country. Like
Mhm.
they have to train themselves to do certain things. Same for any other basic job. You can't work. You it could be a simple job, but you still gotta learn what the job is. You can't just go in there and say, "Oh, I want to work here," and expect you to know everything there. You can use regular life skills into your music, and just life in general.
No, yeah, and if you want, I mean, you can use your time. Like I said, I'm not on no time limit, but you can like shout out a few more people, tell what you got coming, if you got anything on your mind. Because like I tell y'all, man, we could always do things running again down the line. I just always use these first interviews to get more introduced to you guys, more acquainted. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about, bro. We're not going to be able to get more. How can I say? I guess you could use the word networking. We can't get more further in networking if we're not being, I wouldn't say up close and personal with it, but it's like anything, bro. Like you can support a brand all day, but it's rare when anybody meets the owner of Nike. And I'm not trying to act like I'm saying like that kind of owner of nothing. Me and my whole team own this, but like exactly that. When I get to meet other artists, you guys are valuable too. It's the same thing. I value people. I don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm so high and mighty. Because, bro, doesn't matter my platform. When I reach the millions and hundreds of thousands, that don't make me nobody special. I'm a normal dude when I walk out this room. I'm a father first. I'm a good person first, but I'm not special. I don't let my ego get to me. I don't try to act like I'm big this and big that. Because again, I repeat, that's why I have this platform so that my team and people I know could share it with other genuine people and shine the light on people that really deserve it but don't get it because exactly that. People expect you to have the chains. People expect you to have the designer clothes. You got to have this car. You got to have the big house. But if you ask me, I don't care if I hit for a bill tomorrow. I'm gonna live probably in still a 2, 3 bedroom house, normal house. just probably a cool yard, probably still have a Honda, probably maybe have some silver, maybe if I'm feeling like for my grandparents, rest in peace, get a gold chain in their honor. But even then, I'd probably invest it first. I'd probably look out for my kids first. So like even me, I'm not ashamed I wear fake jewelry. And who's gonna tell me like, ha ha, that dude wears fake jewelry? You're right. I'm wearing something that still looks just as nice. And if somebody tries to run up on me, I gladly, and not because I'm a PUSSY, because I don't encourage nobody to try to run up on me. But secondly, if the truth is, bro, what am I gonna lose? 5 bucks off of Amazon? Yeah, you're right. I am not that embarrassed, dude. The reason why I'm gonna put this out is not just about fake, bro. A watch tells time. That's what a watch is for. You know, that's what it's for. A watch is to tell time. Clothes are to be worn so you're not cold, so you're not naked. So do I really care what I got on? You know what I'm saying, bro? It's in you, not on you.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people need to not be ashamed. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm trying to do is just show that to artists. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to tell the real. Don't be afraid to do what others are not, because you know what? I could care less what people say. I don't give a damn if people be like, oh, Six Deuce wears fake jewelry. Six Deuce does this, da da da. But guess what? Six Deuce takes care of his family. Six Deuce takes care of his kids. Six Deuce is not a dirtbag. Six Deuce looks out for other artists and doesn't ask for nothing back. I don't hear that from other people. I hear it, and I'm acting like I'm perfect. But you know what's one thing I'm proud of? And I thank God my grandfather, one of the realest men I know, rest in peace. This dude taught me that no matter what, even to his deathbed, he gave to everybody, and that everybody did him dirty, his own kids, but he still kept a smile on his face and did for his family. And he taught me it's not about what you got as long as you take care of yours. As long as you take care of yours, everything else in life is luxuries and a plus and a bonus if you get to experience. That's what I meant by no expectations. Just wake up and be grateful that you didn't die. Wake up and be grateful that you went in the hospital. It may be to sound like everybody else, but that's the truth. That's why it's said so much, because people will be mad at the wrong things because they had a bad day. But if you don't got cancer, you're not dying. You got all eyes. You look normal. You don't got, you got all your arms. Because I'm not saying people aren't normal, but there's people sadly that have deformities, and that's unfortunate. And it doesn't make them any less normal. There's people that have diseases. There's people that have less limbs. All that. So the small blessings that we don't take into account, that we let a whole thing go in our day instead of realizing, hey, bro, the ability to even get up and go get some money is a blessing. Instead of complaining about what you don't got, the ability to have both arms and legs and be healthy and go do what you have for your family and play with your kids if you have any, or later on down the line, or just be able to walk up on stage. Being able to be like, hey, I can even go to the studio. Those are blessings. We have all these small blessings. We don't be appreciative, because let's be real. If somebody told you, hey, you got 24 hours, I bet you wouldn't be tripping about what that argument with your homie. I bet you wouldn't be tripping on that one beef you had. I bet you wouldn't be sitting here worried about what problems you had. You'd be like, dang, bro, did I tell my mom I love her? Did I look out for my people? Like, what did I do in my life? Like, it'd be a scary thing, right? So if I want people to know, live like that every day. Not in fear, but live every day like it's your last 24 hours for real, because we don't cherish so much, and we'll sit here and trip on all the stuff instead of thinking like, wait, bro, is that really worth tripping on? Like, why am I even, like, so that's why there's nothing wrong with us as artists trying to chase our passion, because there's so many people that don't have the opportunity to chase it. They didn't get to live. So don't worry about competition. Don't trip on the next man. Just make sure you can be better than you were yesterday and only aim for that, and you'll just see on its own connections, genuine people. Yeah, there's gonna be snakes along the way, haters, weirdos, but cherish the ones that got your back. And don't build an ego. Don't make it about what it's not. Don't take stuff personal. And when you live like that and realize, like, dang, if people took a lot of less things personal and just lived their life and were grateful, life's pretty simple.
Honestly, that's really how the best way to look at it is think of life obviously there is things in life that ain't simple. Like you do gotta work a lot to get certain stuff, but life in general, the simple, just living in general is simple. You just gotta find a way to feed yourself, find a way to get yourself to sleep, just anything, a roof over your head. Everything is simple. You gotta think of it. You gotta think of the hard stuff as the easiest stuff. Because what's it called? What was Damn, I lost my thought.
Nah,
But
you Gucci. You
the
Gucci, bro. Hey, we all blazing, getting litty, bro. Don't trip, man. You probably had a long day at work. I've had a long day in general, dealing with haters and weirdos and negativity. But we back to the grind, getting the real things going on.
yeah, but honestly, the most things you need in life are all simple. You don't have to have no Lamborghini. You know, a simple Honda, simple any car that's a good. Like even I say for me, maybe for other people to think, oh, you could get an even cheaper car can get you, but I think the ideal car would be like a simple BMW, a simple i8. That's enough for me to know I'm living better. I'm living a better life than what I could be living. But at the same time, I didn't blow half. I could have bought a house with the same amount I could buy a Lambo with. It's like
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
think smart
pointless.
as a human in general, because even if you blow up in life, that shit is not it's not guaranteed to stay forever. Like you see so many artists come up and they just go and then boom they're gone. And then
Yeah,
it might they you can't live off one hit song. Like you can or maybe you could, but you can't live lavish off one hit song. You gotta be consistent. But at the same time, people be taking that stuff for granted, all the money like it happens most with labels. I do my research on everything with the business side of music because labels they're gonna screw you over no matter what. Like
oh
even
yeah, and I'll try to 360 deal you and
the
all that.
360 deals they got, and then people look at it like, oh, it sounds good. Maybe they give you 20%. People think, well, I'm making millions. I'm making millions of streams. I'm still getting paid, but you're really only getting 10%. It goes 10% is your lawyer fee. I'm not lawyer fee. Your manager, your
You
manager.
need lawyers though.
You
You
do
need
need
lawyers
lawyers.
though.
It does come
You
with
need lawyers though.
you do need
Shout out
lawyers.
my lawyer Ty.
You need, but it's like, and then you don't just need like, you need a music lawyer, the people who handle the rights and stuff, because a lot of people are gonna try to take your shit, or you gotta pay for beats and the leases, and if you don't do that shit, then boom, you gonna get hit with some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Like,
pay for your beats, y'all. Pay for your
that's
beats, y'all.
I gotta encourage is pay for your, because that's the same craft. You can't be an artist thinking that your music is the same art as somebody making a beat. Maybe if you don't think it's the same, but without your beat maker, your engineer, your music is nothing without that. You can't make music by yourself. I mean, well, you could learn the skills to do it, but just in general, you need to pay people for the art and their craft. Because what if you're like, think if you're a ghostwriter, do you expect to be? Would you want somebody stealing your lyrics that you wrote for somebody that they
Mm.
didn't for? That's your art. So you got to think of it. You got to pay everybody, and also it's not even the moral aspect. You can get crazy fucked over just like, let's say you get, let's say you take one beat off YouTube. You just make a song out of it, freestyle, but the world's crazy. Your song could blow up. It's just a crazy song. It goes platinum. Then you get sued for using his beat, and they take half your money. You have to take the song down, and now you have nothing.
No, yeah, and then what I say too is the easiest way to avoid that, guys. I'm gonna drop a little knowledge that's simple and everybody probably already knows. The easiest way to not get sued is do one or two. Pay that man or email that man. You'll be surprised how many engineers will be like, "Hey, bro, hell yeah! Like, I'll just even let you use the beat, or hey, you could use it, you just can't get paid for it. Or if you're gonna get paid for it, give me credit and give me a cut, bro." They have their emails most 95 to 100% of the time, either when they post it, if you look in the description, or if you're looking on BeatStars, it's right there. And even better, if you're already on BeatStars, buy it. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends what you use, how you use it. But I suggest that that I promise you 100% of the time will leave problems out the way. Like shout out Viper Beats, Verse 2 Beats. Viper Beats is a very known engineer and he's a very dope person. Bro, I bought beats from him, but he's also just let me use some.
I had I have a couple songs where I was able to. One thing you can do, you can always negotiate in the music industry. That's the best thing. Barter your way through it. You might not. It's not necessarily say you might get what you want for free, but you can get
Yeah,
it
it's
at
always gonna be like that.
but you might get it at a lower price than what the next dude can get because he ain't try to talk him down. If you're reasonable, they'll accept it. Like with me, I have a song. It was following. I had to text the producer, and I like his beats. I rap on all of them, so I followed him, and then I texted him. I was like, I have me. It was the one me and Kid Amore made, and I said
Mm,
made a song. I asked for his email so I can send him the file, and I was like, I
mm,
just made this beat, or I just made this song, and I wasn't expecting for free. I was like, I could. I think he was charging like 150, but for
yeah,
he makes good beats and people actually buy his beats. So I was just I'm not right now where I'm at. 150 is a little crazy, but I did talk it to a reasonable price. I just went maybe you can do 60, and then
yeah,
he said he fucked with the song, so obviously he wasn't gonna give it for free, but he wanted splits, and that's the best
yeah,
way. That's the best way to work with artists without having to charge them. That's why when we were talking about features, where I was saying, well, I don't charge, or like if you're not a super, if you're charged, if you're only getting like two two streams, it'd be ridiculous for you to charge 500,000. That's just ridiculous. But
yeah.
we can work on at the same time. We if we make something we actually put work in, it blows up. If we just do splits, it's because yeah, I can you can pay for a fee, but that song they might not put you on the splits. They can hold you for real.
Well,
But
what I always do, maybe that's just me off the bat. That's just me. I know how fools feel about their song, but off the bat, I don't care if an engineer made a beat and I'm just a feature. Off the bat, I do 50-50 unless I bought the beat. Then I give them a small percentage, no offense, because it's still fair. And just me personally, I feel like even if you bought the whole beat, always give your engineer a cut. I don't care. Pay that man. They're
it's
the
not
ones that
even
make it happen. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
who
And
really was involved in that song because it's more than just the engineer. You got
no,
honestly
yeah, I know that the features and everybody else, but like as far as that's what I mean. Like I usually depending on who or how I do it, it's always 50-50. You know what I mean? All the way from the engineer to like obviously if it's a feature, it's gonna be a way to where it's all split. The reason why I do that is because I feel like unless you're 100% making your own beats and doing your own work and own mixing, who are we really to take 100 at all anyway?
yeah
If you really look at it.
my homie in the chat he said right here. Remember, whoever pays for the session owns the music, and that's what I believe 100%. If you're paying for a studio session, that person is the one who deserves to have most of the at least the one to figure out splits. Like you can't be expecting if somebody paid for the beat, somebody paid for the session, that you automatically gonna get 50%. It's
No, yeah,
like
that's why I said people work differently. I'm not necessarily telling people what they should do. I'm
yeah,
just saying that's what I do. Like I personally, that's just what Six Deuce does. I always give people 50-50, and then exactly that, like we're talking about earlier. Like, okay, what I'm pretty much getting at is that's another reason, not necessarily to prove, because I ain't trying to prove to nobody, but I don't care about the money. You know what I mean? That's why I conduct it like that, to prove exactly that point. Because me personally, not trying to disagree with nobody, I mean this in the most positive feedback, but I don't care if who paid for the session. I don't care if who drove me. I don't care if who paid for everything. Respectfully, how I conduct it, I give everybody their credit and don't really even care for the credit. Now, don't get me wrong, my album stuff I really work hard on to put my heart into and other things like that and certain projects. Of course, I'm going to get a little more than others because I put in that work. That's why I say it all depends on scenario, situation, and how you are as an artist. I personally don't really care for the money. So I usually give the engineer a split, who I featured a split, and don't really care how much I get. You know what I mean? So, but like again, that's what I do. It's not expected. People have their own preference on how it should go because it's like, for example, I've had fools that really wanted to see me lose and pay for a studio session, but doesn't mean they deserve the split. You know, that's why I said circumstance. I've been in crazy situations. So that's why I say if you're not gonna just have a team and like a logical setup and give everybody credit off bat and decide versus like don't get me wrong, like if a homie's like, hey nah, like Exotic D, you worked really hard, bro. I feel like you should get 100%. That's between y'all, you know. That's why I say it's really just your team like conducted because there's no right or wrong, bro. You're not wrong if you take credit, and you're not wrong if you don't take credit. That's why I say I was just giving my personal experience. It's you don't have to do that. Artists shouldn't have to be one way. It's all different. It's really all different, is what I'm getting at. You know?
Yeah, that's what. Well, obviously, yeah, that's honestly the best way to think because everybody deserves a split. But really, what I was saying for people who pay for the session, like if if you're the artist now, I'm not like I do get when you're in a higher level and in a more professional level of being an artist, then you have management paying for your sessions. Well, then you're already paying management, so that's already that you already lost. Like then that's really management who's talking about whose cut is cut. But as an artist individually, you got to think of it as a business yourself. It is your art. But
Yeah.
we'll put it to 100%. Your beat, whoever made the beat, should be 20%. Whoever the artist, if it's two artists on it, they both get 20%. Whoever mixed the vocals, 20% of the cut. They should all get some type of earning through it, and then even cover art. Art ain't free. You can't just go online and just take somebody's art like that. They work.
No,
They
yeah. Mandatory. You gotta give people credit. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
everybody gotta get credit because it's all like you were saying. It's all a team game. This is the same way as a how sports teams would be. Everybody has a role. Without that person, you I can't post a song with no cover. I can't post a song with no mix. It's all
No,
everybody.
yeah.
But yeah, and then at the same time, when you're on a like what my homie said, when you're on a professional level, there is like obviously that's when taxes start hitting you. So you do have to. People are gonna get money in both ways. So you got to think bigger. If you know you want to be a professional artist, I believe you got to start working as a professional artist.
No, you
But
do. There's a lot
yeah,
more to it.
don't forget that your music's an art at the same time. That's for me. I like you say, you don't care about the money. It's the same way for me. Like the money's gonna come at some point. At one point in my life, and I know that I have the skill and the ambition. I'm not gonna be waiting all my life for this money to hit. At the right time, it's gonna hit, and I'm gonna blow up, and I'm gonna do me, and everybody around me. I'm I'm not. I don't want nobody to leech off me, but I'm gonna make sure they. I wanna teach the sauce. I wanna put people on, but the right people, and I'm not gonna. I want them to be able to work for what they want the same how I had to work, but I'm just giving them a little step. Cause for
Yeah.
me, I guess so you might. Some people might say I can be too humble, but at the same time, I'm working. That's the reason people aren't humble, cause there's nobody who's truly humble.
No, there's
Like
not, bro. There's a lot of fakes. Like that's why I even brought up earlier this interview exactly that. I was humble, helped. I don't want to go down the whole story again, but for this mixtape, I had two music videos I shot with some dude. And bro, he's just been excuses, and we got into it recently because I hit him like, "Hey, bro, like I paid you up front, all that. You call yourself a businessman, a videographer, bro, and then has proceeds to have the audacity to get mad and run his mouth and block me like a little girl. I don't understand why people like to talk through screens in real life. I could tell a lot of people ain't got their ass beat before, but you know what I mean? And it's like you deal with like that shit in the industry. You're gonna get burned, is what I'm saying. You're gonna have problems, and it sucks. When you're humble, you're gonna get fucked over a lot. And it doesn't mean you're gonna be played with, but at the same time, bro, let people fuck over the good people. Cause that's exactly why they're not in good situations. That's why I don't stress, bro, and I don't try to press nobody. Like I don't think I'm like honestly, bro. I 100% am that dude. I do not think I'm better than nobody, and I know for a fact money don't make somebody real, jail don't make somebody real, 50 bodies don't make somebody real, bro. To me, real is just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a thug. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to, bro. Just be yourself, dog. A lot of us need to just be ourselves, and if you do that, people will be surprised. And it's not about being accepted, because of course I get people in there. Oh, everybody don't have to accept you, and not everybody's gonna accept you, and they won't, and not everybody don't. But at the same time, you'll be surprised being yourself how much smoother it's gonna go. But also you'll see how much you're gonna be hated, because being yourself, people don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It really sucks. And I feel like like I say all the time, the most gangster thing you could do, because to me that's what a gangster is: changing your life around, doing what's positive, doing what's right, bro. That's a gangster. You know, this false fantasized thug persona that people put on these days is not gangster. It's a costume. And I see a bunch of characters and cosplayers. They in costumes. I see a bunch of weirdos running around in costumes playing tough. That's what I see, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like so many of us just need to focus on what matters, whether it's our music, our life, our family, the important stuff. Because exactly that, bro. Like, and I get what you're saying. You're just talking legally, taking credit. No matter which way or way the cut goes, I can respect somebody that's humble, because that's all it is for me, bro. Like, I don't care if it was my point on my end on the money. I just care that the music's getting done. Like your boy even saying there, it's about the music. Exactly that. That's kind of what I was getting at. It's about the music for me, bro. As long as a great dope track can be created, bro, I'm gonna give credit to everybody. If the homies want to give me credit, and you know what I mean, appreciate it. If fools don't give credit, cool. But if fools are not giving me credit just to be a hater, that's different. That's when that you guys can, any artist, take it how you want to take it and handle it. But I feel like if people show you credit, cool, they show you that love. But I always, that's just me. Everybody don't have to be like this. They could disagree. But I'm the type of dude, bro, off bat, I'm giving credit. I'm giving love. I'm giving people what I'm getting. Why? Because exactly that, the money's gonna come. The money's gonna come, bro. So it doesn't matter if a homie got 80% and I got 30%, as long as it ain't a record label messing me over. I'd rather somebody I'm trying to see up, do right, get the extra 80%. Cool, the homies feeding their family, and guess what? God's gonna bless you times triple. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is when you're the type of good person, your reward isn't always in money. It's sometimes God would just give you a better opportunity. Think about that. So yeah, that's what people understand. Too many people get lost in the sauce that way, because exactly that, numbers never lie, but numbers also like to confuse minds. And what I mean by that is money comes into the picture. A lot of people tend to forget who they are and who their friends are. You know, and that's not everybody. I get that. It's not everybody. A lot of people start off or continue, however, but as long as you stay yourself, no matter the amount of dollar, no matter what status you have, you'll still come up. That's why so many people are dragged down, because everybody wants to be top dog when really just be the top you. Be the top you can be. Be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? And if you really do that, bro, again, it happens naturally, dog. It happens naturally. Like you were even saying earlier about putting in that work. Exactly that. If Exotic D is being the best Exotic D he could be, can't nobody stop that but Exotic D. If Six Deuce tries to be the best Six Deuce I can be, can't nobody stop that but Six Deuce, and can't nobody continue that but Six Deuce. So that's the reason why we just got to look at it for what it is, and just people can be different, but that's why I've conducted it like that. You know, because don't get me wrong, if I'm flat out honest, I probably deserve 100. Not no, probably, I know I do a majority of my work, but depending on how you do it or how you're trying to make it, you are not wrong for however you conduct it. I'm not gonna look down or tell an artist, "Oh, bro, you're whack," because I feel like you should give this fool that much percentage. Hey, do you? Because again, that's between an artist and their craft and their people. But I've learned that, hey man, who even cares about the credit? But on the legal side, you're right. We have to get paid. Y'all keep track of that. All artists keep track of your stuff. Make sure you got your sound registering. Make sure you got your lyrics, everything, etc., registered, all that. And it goes further and deeper. It's a rabbit hole. Make sure your distribution's on point. Make sure you're getting your royalties. Make sure all that. You know what I mean? Because you'll be surprised how many ways you can get money from one song. But we just don't register or take the time line because it gets deep. You gotta try your card. You gotta get there. Man, it's a whole bunch of process.
Yep.
So you guys do want to get that right. Yes, I feel actually in another time. I'm actually want to start learning more myself because I don't know if you guys know this, but by next year I'm gonna sign up for a school. I don't know if it's gonna be in St. Louis or where near where I'm at, but I'm gonna go to music school. I want to start learning how to mix my own beats and everything. And not that I'm not gonna go to my other team or stop working with the dope engineers and cheap and artists I work with, but I really want to like learn it. I'm like hungry for it. I encourage people, don't be ashamed. Not everybody needs school now, but just me personally, I feel like school would help me to learn it correctly, the business side of it and what music really is, so that I can strengthen my skills within this. Because it's not as simple as just rapping into the mic. That's why so many people aren't getting paid when really people don't realize when you release a song without knowing the proper knowledge. And again, people have to learn it. Nobody's perfect. And it's not like there's a pamphlet for this. I mean, there's books, there's knowledge, but unless you have a team or somebody helping you, it's not something you just know, you know? So we will have segments. I think that's later on. So I'm bringing that up so that we can teach that. That's what I meant by I want to teach artists to be independent. I meant it. I don't want to just be that dude talking on my butt. I want to actually get the knowledge and go to school and help artists and be like, hey, man, this is how we can do it. Because it's not just about giving credit. It's also about teaching how to help artists put out their music and not miss out on all the free money that's there just because we don't want to register it. Or I say it all the time, if we can pay $40 for an eighth, if we can pay $40 for some beer, we can pay $40 for a nicotine pen, $40 to go eat at Taco Bell, bro, you could pay $40 for your once a year distribution. You could pay $40 for promotion. You can pay $40. I get we're not rich because again, bro, at your age, I'm not like I had it all. Heck no. That's exactly why I was tripping and sad to say, but gangbanging and being a knucklehead. But once I got more serious and a better budget, and I ain't even balling now. But like I said, I have a strong team and family that looks out for me and supports me. Of course, I work hard. I don't expect handouts. I ain't no bum now. But exactly that. Like we gotta teach each other. We gotta push what it really is for other artists to learn that it's deeper than music. All the way you're gonna be genuine, but at the same time, exactly that. We want to help other artists learn what's behind it. Like your boy was saying in the comments, like you were saying, it's not as simple as just posting your stuff. There's legal ways to this, and if you're really trying to get paid for this, it's not just about who you give the credit to, but it's about even knowing how to make money off of it the proper way in the first place.
That's really, I mean, yeah, honestly, you do need to look on the proper way of it, but at the same time, I think that's what frustrates most artists. That's what frustrated me at first was thinking there is a now with the business side there is somewhat proper, but more I'm gonna turn it to the music. A lot of people think there's a proper way to make music. You have to do music this way. Like you were saying,
No, there's not no one way to do music.
like there's an option for everything. You can make music any way you want. You can make music. It don't like if Miles. He makes probably like honestly, I'll say the music is ass, but that's what he intends for. That's what he wants. Like he knows that's how he's going. That's how people are gonna want. Because honestly, me thinking, I feel like nowadays the music that gets put on mainstream isn't what music really is. It's all mainstream. It's really what they want you to hear. They don't. If you're talking about real stuff, like they're not gonna take. They're not. You're not gonna blow up. That's just how this. They want people to rap about bullshit, this and that, or things that they want to get in people's heads. How shit should be. That's what I think about music differently. It was like make whatever you want. There is no right way. You don't got to do this. You don't got to do that. Just do you, and simple as that.
No, yeah, there's no one way to make music for sure. But as far as legally, there's not necessarily one way because there's multiple ways. But those are things that artists should or need to learn. But as far as like you said, the creative side, yeah, there's no limit to that. There's 100% no limit. I've never stepped in a studio and been like, damn, there's only one way to do this today. Hell no. There's a million ways. Like the same way there's some people that one take. That's my brother. There's people like me. Like I used to one take all the time, but I could just was always out of breath. I punch in now. So like that's just a small s- sub part to a whole bigger picture of what happens in the studio, let alone outside the studio. Because as we know, what happens inside the studio is way different from what happens outside because people think it's record the song. Nope, you gotta market it, you gotta promote it, you gotta push it, you gotta like really do what you have to do and put in that footwork.
Yeah,
It's not just making the song. You know what I
that's
mean?
the part about music is the promo. People, you can't just you can't just make a song and then just expect it to blow up. You gotta do some type of promo on it. Like you gotta do what's it called? I think the biggest people you can do the promo route like go on accounts, but what's really been working for me and my homies or that been telling me is the ad route. Always start ad campaigns. You don't even need to put $5 can get you a long way, even $1. It's getting you some type of promo. And that's really what I've been trying to do. Like I said earlier, I'm dropping a song in a week. I'm gonna put a lot of ad promos on it. I'm gonna drop a lot of. I'm gonna be consistent with reels and just keep posting reels of my song. They're all gonna be different, cause I can't just keep posting the same reel, cause then people are just gonna be like, damn, he's just trying to get clout from us. But at the same time, I
Yeah.
just want people to hear what I have to talk about. And this song, I feel this is the type of song. It's more of a that club type song. Like you gonna really be able to partake. Is what we're gonna call it right now since we're on YouTube. But you can do what you want to do to this song. It ain't gonna be a song where it's too deep. I don't want this song to make you want to kill yourself or make you want to do this. This song is just a pure party,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to change differently because I don't know. This is what my mom be saying, but she be saying my music is too sometimes my music can be going different ways or it's a little
Hey
too
man, it's an expression. Don't worry, hey bro. You know how many times
I'm still gonna be
I rapped in the studio a crazy verse?
I'm still gonna be making music like that, but I wanna add some more flavor and not make my music just one sided. Just something just a feel good song. That's what I call it. That's what actually my homie BG he was like, let's make some feel good music and I didn't know what that meant. But I saw somebody in the chat who said he want let me read
He
it
said
again.
D can get dark. Is that true? Yeah, yeah. Who say he can get dark?
I've been
I'm dead. Hey Trip,
I
your
have
comment was funny. I'm not laughing at nobody. It's just more like because the way he said it was like, yeah, that fool could get dark.
I have a song and then not even dark, but I have some not songs that are fucked up, but the derogative, I guess you could say, it's not good for the if you're a snowflake. But I have a song it's called Ching Chang Boom, and already you can already hear it. It's a you know what Mongolian throat singing is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a so I have a song. I rapped on it, and I low key said some crazy shit towards Asians or because I don't know I was flowing on it. Or so the
Hey,
hook
do what you gotta do, bro. I'm not judging you. Remember, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing just because
I,
hey, you're a sick
I
guy.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying this. A lot of people, it wasn't even bad expressions, but I be thinking one day somebody gonna see that song and they gonna be like, damn, I'm gonna blow up and that shit might get me canceled. But that I'm not even tripping. The worst part is I won't give a fuck and I'll make a part two to that song, just because I like
Damn, man.
the best reactions are because no way if you it could be a negative reaction, a positive reaction, you still gonna get paid from it. Like,
Yeah,
was that people can hate you, they still gonna have to tap in and hear what you say. They're still gonna,
yeah, true.
they're gonna be as long as they're still gonna be feeding you the same attention somebody else is. Is you still getting the bag? You could say you hate me, I should stop making music, but you gonna hear my next song and tell me the same thing, and that's just gonna repeat.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to learn when I started, especially TikToks had to show me was they be the TikTok is crazy. They be talking the maddest shit. Even they just be haters.
Oh no, trust me, fool, I feel it, bro. Like you'll even be see here and there the characters that come up in here, bro, and it's just like,
That should be funny as hell. But at the same time, like, use that as the motivation you need. They could, you, honestly, it don't matter what anybody else thinks about your music. If you think it's good, you think it's fire, it's fire straight up like that. If somebody else thinks it's bad, somebody else thinks it's fire. It's like we all have these. What kind of genre you like, I might not like. Like there's people who
Mm,
like rock music. I don't prefer rock music, but I'm not gonna say that song is trash because to somebody else they might love that song. That song might touch them in ways you just can't imagine. It's
yeah.
like a lot of older people don't like modern day rap, but there's some modern day rap songs that low key like just destroyed the old school rap just
Mhm.
because our music is more complex. Theirs is more realer, but ours is more complex. If I That's how I think of it. Some people might.
Yeah.
It's just that's always a battle between old school hip hop and new school hip hop.
No, well, that it's needed, bro. It's needed to meet middle ground, bro, because bro, they ain't no old with the new, and they ain't no new with the old. I don't care what nobody says, it's vice versa. But yeah, man, I don't want to cut you off, nothing. I'm probably gonna finish it up here. I gotta go get down my daughter. I at least want to give you your time, get up in here for a solid little minute. Appreciate you, man. I want you guys to go follow Exotic D. Go show them some love. Go show everybody love. Thank you to everybody tapping in. Thank you guys for hearing us out, checking us out. Go run it up. Shout out SR Broadcast. Shout out all the co-hosts. Shout out One Underground TV, Spill Records. Shout out Cali Hood Media. Y'all go tap in with them. Y'all go show some love, man. And just like I repeat, we're here for everybody. We're here for the people. We're a positive platform. We don't favoritism nobody. We just want y'all to spread love, man. Like this is what I want people to say. And this ain't to sound soft because, like I tell people, I encourage whoever. Ain't nobody Superman. So that applies to the next person. I encourage anybody that got a problem with me in real life, come see me. I'm not saying that in a threatening way or like I'm Rambo. I'm just saying what it is. Hey, bro, I'm a humble dude. Just, hey, like any man, I'm not going to be played with. That's what it's about. But what I'm getting at is that's exactly why. I mean, bro, I'm human, bro. I got my own problems. So please, and that's what makes it future to anybody, don't hate on each other. We want to use this platform to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? So let's show everybody love, man. No matter what it is, let's put a lot of our emotions to the side. Let's start pushing more peace for artists. Let's start and then doing it right, bro. Because here's the difference. I come from the streets. That peace ain't never gonna be there as much as I would want it to be. But what I can do is try to make a change for the artists that are in it for the music for real. You know what I'm saying? If I can do that, I appreciate you guys. That's enough for me. I got my own stress. I got my own problems and idiots in the street I got to deal with. So when I come here, I just want good energy, bro. I just want y'all to give it that time to support yourselves and put yourselves out there and spread the light on what it is, man. Let's keep this broadcast what it is, positive, shedding the light on the real, and just giving everybody the platform that they need because I feel there's too many fake platforms out here that are feeding people poison and just using people for content. They're not really trying to show people love. So let's just keep continue doing that. And I encourage everybody to work hard. And thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you, Exotic Dean. If you got anything to shout out, finish up before we finish this up, man, go ahead
So
and tell the people, man. Thank you.
shout out everybody watching. Shout out SR because you or your whole community, your whole movement for real because that's what our artists need for real. But also shout out everybody watching because without the people who view our music, we're really nothing besides us. Yeah, I like to make music for myself just to speak pain away, but at the same time, you guys are what's really bringing us the motivation. And then shout out all my homies, shout out everybody who really motivate me to do music, who pick me up, and at the same time down to work because I'm in the same boat as you. You have people y'all trying to work. I got people. I'm trying to branch out, make a whole movement. I'm trying to make the world deserves a bunch of movements. People trying to make things right. We have too many people just trying to use other people for negative stuff, and I want everybody on my side to do positive and do great, and we all gonna get it back. But that's all I gotta say.
No, yeah, man, we gonna run it up, man. Thank you again. Like he said, thank you to all you guys and anybody that supports. Again, go run it up. Go follow Exotic D. Go show love to all the recent interviews. Go check out all the upcoming interviews. And thank you guys for all support because exactly that, man. I give a lot of my time and energy to this for a reason because, like I told people before, this is something that came into my lap. I didn't just start this. I'm not gonna lie, from scratch, but I also didn't take credit for what's not mine, if that makes sense. You know, but the person that helped me do this and my team that helped me do this was exactly that. The same reason why, and that's why I always say it. I started a record label because nobody wants to show you love unless you got your own things going on. But by then you're not gonna care because you already got your solid team. So just worry about having a solid team and worry about showing love to the right people, and don't worry about showing love to the wrong people or the people who don't show you love, man, because exactly that. That's all I'm here for. And the point of me saying all this to end off is I only have this platform to look out for the artists like myself and people like y'all that didn't get chances, or people would knock y'all, or people don't want to open the door for us. But at the same time, I want to help make a change because, again, there's a lot of unnecessary hate in our own cities and people and other artists. There's enough money for everybody. We can all be top in our own way. We're all just as valuable and talented, man. We gotta stop a lot of this because I again, I ain't no dropout, but I also don't need to be around no street stuff, no weirdos and things that are gonna hinder my life and progress when I'm just trying to take it somewhere. Too many people are stuck in a dead end negative mentality and trying to see people down and hateful because they're not up. Because let's be honest, so many people hate on the people that aren't afraid to be themselves and chase what they dream of, because it's the, hate to say it, but the non-dreamers and the people that are not doing nothing about their life that are the same ones complaining and hating on everybody else. So you know what? Let's just continue to show people that you gotta work hard, you gotta put in that work. We gotta have a support system, but we also gotta be very humble and understanding ourselves, not alone for people, but as we grow. But also knowing not when to put up with some BS, because I feel like a lot of us put up with more than we should, but we also got to be very open minded. What I mean by that is you'll be surprised how many things I let go, and that's what also people need to know. Nobody is a PUSSY for being the bigger man, for knowing that not everything deserves a reaction, or somebody's not drama because they address the real because others won't, or people are fake because this or that or that, or people are whatever it may be. Just continue to shed light on the music, help connect other artists, show them the path, show them the love that we didn't get shown love coming up, so that other artists will have the confidence we didn't have at first. You know, because there is enough money. There is great people out there. So thank you, Exotic D. Thank you, all you guys, for tapping in. Stay tapped in for all the upcomings. We got a few. Make sure to run them all up. The likes and the comments, even afterwards, help because it helps algorithm reach people like you guys. So thank you to everybody in the whole team. Let's go. See you guys soon.